Let's make lemonade. Let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go, 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 go. Six. It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson, bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Willis Automotive powers the Rush Radio Show. If you're in the market for a vehicle, this is where you start. New, used, or certified pre-owned. Willis Automotive has the selection, the people, and the service to make it easy. You get no pressure, no games, just a team that knows how to take care of you. Check them out at willisauto.com. That's willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watch it on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like and leave your comments in the comments section. And, of course, you can follow us on our social media channels. Happy Friday, Ross Peterson.
Oh, buddy. How's you?
I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm back in familiar surroundings. I'm not in a hotel room.
Comfortable. Look at you.
Yeah. Got back about 11 o'clock last night, and you go from 74-degree weather to really cold. But I was like, you know what? I'm sleeping in my own bed. I got to spoon with my wife for a little bit, and then she said, "Get off me! Get off me!"
You got those 8 seconds of joy, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, 8 seconds is what it was. Yeah, 8 seconds.
You told me this morning your body is a little bit more affected by that dry air, going to the desert and coming back thing than I think I experienced when I go to Las Vegas. But yeah, you said your nose is bothering you a bit or something?
Dude, my nose is so dry. And I kind of noticed it. When people are in the desert, you're drinking water constantly, right? You can't drink enough water to stay hydrated. But I'm getting it. We're in the Uber on the way back to the airport, and I'm just like, my nose is just so dry. And I'm like, I feel like if I go like this, it's just going to start bleeding. And I said, I go, man, my nose is in, because we got 6 other people in the Uber, and 2 of them go, oh, we got nosebleeds last night. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, it got so dry that they got nosebleeds. And I'm like, holy crap.
I'm dealing with one of those annoying things right now. I get them maybe about once every 2 years or so. You ever get a scab in your inside your nostril?
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm a nose picker, right? I mean, yeah. You'll see, if you watch this on a regular basis every day, you'll see me going like this. And my wife gets so mad at me. She goes, "Why don't you grab tissue?" Right? I'm like, because my finger does better digging.
God gave me 10 perfect tools.
Yes.
He gave me this beautiful canvas and 10 perfect paintbrushes.
Yeah. And each one of these fingers has, you've got like a road grader, you've got a backhoe, you've got a clean. I mean, watch how a dental hygienist cleans your teeth. They go from certain tools to get into certain areas. Your fingers, with the exception of the thumb has no purpose to be inside your nose. But if you want to clean your nose out, you use your fingers. Am I wrong there?
Travis, look at all these nooks and crannies. I got to get in there, right? And every now and again, I don't know how it starts, but you think you've got one of those hard boogers. You're like, oh man, I got a hard booger. So you get in there and you dig it and you get it out, and then as soon as you pick it, you're like, oh no, it was a scab. And then I end up dealing with that for like a month. It feels like. Because it's a constant repeating process. Oh, I got a booger. Pick it. Scab. Oh, I got crap.
You're just re-aggravating the wound.
I know what it is. I just kind of I like the pain. I like the pain. I don't know why.
You ever get the boogers that are just like, because tissue can never get these. And it's not a scab, but you go, use your pinky and you go upside the wall and it comes out like a straight, long, solid green. And you're like, no Kleenex could ever get this.
Never.
Ever.
I've done that. Boogers are fascinating.
They really are.
Really gross. Really gross.
But fascinating.
Yeah,
but boogers are kind of like farts. You love your own farts. When you pull one out, you go, that's a good one.
No, farts are funny. Farts are funny. Boogers are not. Boogers are gross. Your buddy farts across the room. You see your buddy, like if you and I are on every morning, one of us does that, right? We sit here and one of us goes, "Hah," and the other one goes, "Good one." We kind of chuckle like we're in third grade, right? Every morning that happens.
That's true. But let me say this. You like the smell of your own farts. Other people's fart. Oh, I do. I love the smell of my farts. But when you dropped ass in the studio, I'd be like,
You have the most foul smelling ass I've like it's toxic. And don't say you love the smell of your own farts because I've seen you fart and go,
It was for dramatic effect, knowing that it was coming your way. But you can handle the smell of your own farts more than others. Mary's like, "Oh my God, sorry, Mary. We're just dropping truth bombs here. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing."
I have a couple rabbit holes for you right away. I had one that I found as the opening of the show was happening, and then I just came. There's another one that popped up in that conversation. So keep going.
Before you do that, first of all, we'll get to the Iowa State game. That game sucked. I'm in Sky Harbor Airport last night, and it's 30-4. I'm like, why am I watching this game? But then, I like to pay attention to people, right? And there's a lot of people around the gate, and we're all getting ready to go on the flight. And I see this dude over in the corner. And he's got short sleeves and shirts on. And I'm like, dude, you're flying to Omaha and you're wearing shorts to, I'm just thinking to myself, you're crazy. Right? Yeah. So I get in my seat, blah, blah, blah. Here comes that guy and his wife. They're like, we're in your row. And I'm like, oh, okay. So
you're having a conversation with this dude.
So my inner Ross Peterson kicks in. My inner Ted Lasso. Be curious, not judgmental.
Yeah. Right? I guarantee you this dude's got something going on that you want to know about.
To jump ahead in the story, I got a coworker sitting by me, and about 15 minutes in the conversation, he taps me on the knee and goes, "You're amazing." He goes, "You're just amazing."
I've seen it. I've seen it in action. It's impressive, folks.
No, there's nothing really funny here. It shows you how small of a world it is. So, he sits down and goes, "Dude, you're going to freeze your ass off." He goes, "Well, I got long pants in my bag." I said, "Okay, yeah. So you're just going to, put your pants on when you get to the airport?" I go, you gotta have to go to the garage to get in your car." She goes, his wife goes, somebody's picking us up. I'm like, "Yeah, but you still have to go outside because our airport's under construction. We don't get to stay inside." And they're like, "Yeah, we'll be cold for a little bit." So then I go, he goes, "Well, we've been in Puerto Vallarta for a month." And I'm like, who gets to spend a month? Because they're my age.
Okay. Yep.
I'm like, Jesus, a month. Yeah, we were down there. We're working in some galleries. I go, "Gallery?" I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "Well, I'm an artist. And I work in a gallery down there." I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So then I go, well, my daughter is going to be an artist. They hear that. I go, "She's at the Savannah College of Art and Design." They're like, "Oh, okay, that you're really serious about being an artist."
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Well, I just did this sculpt piece and this commission piece of art with a mural in downtown," and they showed it to me. I'm like, "Oh, that's fascinating." And I go, have you always been an artist?" He goes, "I didn't pick it up till I was like 30. I'm like,
"What?"
Yeah. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I was going to be a physical therapist, and I was doing this. And I just realized I wasn't happy, and then he started doing at age 30, I'm going to be an artist." I'm like, I'm actually going, that's really cool. So I go, we're just sitting here having a conversation. They got a daughter, they got a son. I go, "You from Omaha?" No, I'm from this town. You probably never heard of it. Harlan, Iowa.
Shut up.
So I go, "Oh, really? My first job was in Harlan." They're like, "Where?" I go, "KNOD." "You worked at the radio station?" So then I go, "Hey, do you know Todd Hansen?" "Yeah." "Do you know Eddie Payton?" Because they went to school with me before they transferred to Harlan. So we're having this conversation. Then his wife goes, "Well, I'm from Carson, Macedonia." I'm like, holy crap. I go, "You're a Panther. How do you know that we were a Panther?" I go, "Because Carson, Macedonia High School does not exist anymore."
Yeah.
Right. And so we start having these conversations, mutual people of who we know. And then he goes, "Oh, I do some other things on the side." I go, "Like, besides being a sculptor? I mean, you get to go to Puerto Vallarta. He is one half of the duo of the Polka Police.
What's the
So
Polka Police?
the Polka Police play in Des Moines quite a bit. They were just at Principal Park. It's two guys that do covers and other songs in all a polka. I believe Bruno's had them at some of their events.
Okay.
They come and they
Their
basically
website sells them as a stupid, awesome polka themed rocking parody.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm down.
So many people in Des Moines have probably seen them because I think they've played the Oktoberfest. If I'm not mistaken, I think Brooks has had them around. And I got off the plane going, and so we're sitting there like, "Are you on Facebook?" Yeah. Well, finally they go, "What's your name?" And I told them, like, "We know you." I'm like, like, okay, but then
I was a guy on TV for a long time with that name.
Yeah,
I look like you.
Yeah. So I was driving home last night. I go, I channeled my inner Ross Peterson because I rarely talk to people that I'm sitting in the same row. But it was that be curious, not judgmental, because he's wearing shorts going into 17-degree weather. And
I love it. I knew that's an interesting fella. That's an interesting. So easy. It'd be so easy to be like, fucking idiot. It's because more fun to be like, what is going on with that guy's story?
So he told me his
5 degrees and shorts and a t-shirt.
And this shows you that I was really on the radio in Harlan. And I go, what's your last name? He goes, Burmeister. I go, are you the funeral home? They go, how do you know where there's I go, I read the obituaries every Saturday and Sunday. Visitation at Burmeister Funeral Home.
I looked up the Polka Police. Do you remember? Was it Jamie or Jason you were with?
It was Jamie Burmeister.
Jamie and Jason Burmeister grew up on a pig farm on the banks of the Nishnabotna River in southwest Iowa. Grew up in the 80s wearing short shorts, growing when you said he was about 30 years old, but about 30 years old when he decided to get into art and was your age. I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, that's right around 9/11. He's 55, something like, if he's in that 50 age range, I mean, right after, in that, probably shortly after.
He is
good for him.
He is, let's see, he graduated 1988 from Harlan. And so that would have he'd be 56 or 57. So he's a year or two older than me, but
very cool, Trav.
Small world.
That's fun.
So that was my rabbit hole, and again,
I'm glad you did that. I love that. People are awesome sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes we suck, but sometimes people are really, really awesome.
The weird thing was, I'm walking off the plane with my coworker, and he recited the entire conversation to me. I'm like, "Did you have nothing else to do but eavesdrop on my conversation?"
That's what I would have been doing.
Their most curious question to me was, "Can we ask you something?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is that your real name?" I'm like, I'm not smart enough to come up with a broadcast name like Travis Justice. I go, my mom came up with all that. So
very cool.
Carol,
I have not heard of the Polka Police, but I can tell it's something that I would be. I'd be down for that. That looks like a fun time and fun guys. Here's another stand. Like, there's always these. You meet somebody that plays the accordion. That's an interesting fella. Find out more, right? Get curious when you meet a guy that plays the accordion.
Yeah, who picks that up and
right? You ever see a guy on a unicycle? Just take 10 seconds. Be like, how'd this start? Because that's not normal. You know that's not. It's not normal. Meet a guy that's like, I used to do. I remember this dude. Some of the people in the audience might remember. His name was Jeremy Danley. He went by the name Jer Dog, or the Mighty Jer Dog. He was a stand-up comedian here in Des Moines. He was very, very good, and he had a lot of fun jobs. But at one point, he was in the circus. He was like legitimately in the circus. He traveled around and did magic and comedy and, stilts. The guy was like a jack of all trades, could do 100 different things. And he was super funny.
By the way, if you're not a drywaller and you do stilts, it's kind of like the unicycle guy.
Ask questions.
If you're a drywaller, get it 100%.
Yeah.
If you're not,
this is the stuff I'm talking about. I like it. The Polka Police.
And a sculptor, a really good one.
That's really cool. I wanted to look up the sculptures initially. That's what I was going to find out. But the Polka Police, I got a better chance of seeing the Polka Police than I do his sculpture in what?
In Omaha. He's got one here. You can go see it tomorrow.
You said it was in Puerto Vallarta or whatever.
He does. He has them there, but he just did a huge commission sculpture downtown by the where they play the College World Series. So you're coming over tomorrow.
Yeah.
You could just drive right by it.
We're going to take a picture with the Burmeister. Burmeister?
Yeah.
I feel like I messed that up. Burmeister?
Yeah, Burmeister.
All right.
Jamie Burmeister.
Fun. Like it. While we were getting ready to start the show, total veer here, okay? Non sequitur, big time. I pulled up this, I went to one of my, you start the show, we got about 5 minutes of sitting here, not talking to each other. So I start perusing my crazy websites and I see this headline. Zamboni driver dies in crash. Oh my God. And then I thought, well, my first thought honestly was like, is this a misleading headline? Is this just their Zamboni driver was driving home and got in a normal car accident and died? Or did the Zamboni get in the accident? Travis.
Or did he take the Zamboni out into the streets?
Around noon on Tuesday. This is from Denver7.com. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Around noon on Tuesday, the city of Fort Collins said the Zamboni driver backed into a partially opened overhead door.
Did it decapitate him?
Driver was taken to the nearby hospital, but later died.
Why do I feel there's more to the story coming?
They don't have much more details of the entire story. It says Zamboni driver died in a crash at the Adora Pool Ice Center, call it Epic, on Tuesday. The Epic Ice Rink will be closed on Thursday. We remain committed to the safety and security of city staff and every member of our community, City Manager Kelly DiMartino said. The pause in our ice rink operations is out of abundance of caution to allow for our staff and to provide time and space to understand the circumstances surrounding the event. Around noon on Tuesday, the city of Fort Collins said the Zamboni driver backed into a partially opened overhead door and was injured. The driver was taken to a nearby hospital, but later died. No other Epic staff or visitors were injured, according to the city. DiMartino said a review is underway to understand the circumstances surrounding the Zamboni driver's death and Epic safety protocol. City of Fort Collins said it's not releasing the driver's name at this time, amid the ongoing investigation out of respect to the family and fellow staff. That's the entire article. So that's why when you started the show, I had a look on my face like, oh. Because I just read that before we came on.
Because all I can imagine, we had this. My dad had one at the shop. So my dad owned a trucking company. We had one of those big rolling metal doors. You know what I'm talking? You chain. You'd be like, oh, it's so heavy. You bring it up. Okay, I can go in and out. I don't have to take the thing all the way up. That's what I'm envisioning. One of these big metal overhead doors. You're back, but it's a lesson, folks. When you're backing up, go ahead and look behind you. Just don't take it for granted.
You just brought back a really bad memory.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, I read it. No, this is a good one. This is a life lesson thing. This one that comes up from time to time in my head. I'm about 15, 16 years old. I'm working for my dad. My dad was just at a general contractor. You know what I mean? He's trying to build a company. Working hard to do so. My brother and I are working hard for my dad to help build that. And there's a big snowstorm one night. And it's like, hey, big snowstorms were the chance to make money, right? We had this big skid loader we could take out and really unclear big snow drifts. It was a huge snowstorm that night. So Dad's like, hey, let's go down. You and I are going to go down, hook up the truck to the skid loader, go out and take some people out. So we drive down. Dad backs the truck up. I hop out, go over to the big overhead rollover door, sling the door open. Dad doesn't get out of the truck. He backs up. I direct him onto the trailer, crank the trailer down onto the truck. We're ready to go. Kick the chocks out. Let's go. Hop back in the truck. Dad goes to pull out. Well, Trav, when I had rolled the door up, it had rolled and then rolled back down.
Ooh.
And the skid loader catches the door and, of course, rips that aluminum door off the track in a second.
Did you get yelled at?
No, my dad didn't yell at me there. I mean, it was obviously frustration, disappointment. It was more of that lesson of like, man, I remember him like every time I think I'm getting one step ahead, every time I think I'm getting ahead of this game of life, man, some curveball gets thrown at me and I couldn't have anticipated. Here we are going out for the night to make money. There's cash falling from the sky.
And then it disappears because you got to put a new door on.
Yep, there it all went away before we even fired up the moneymaker. And I just in life, that stuff happens. That you have those things all the time, those setbacks of like, all right, dude, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now, right? Save up some money. Oh, I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. Oh, you need a new roof. All right. So we'll pay for that. All right, we'll do that. And then by the way, you need new windows and siding for this old shit box you live in. Oh, crap. All right. So it's mac and cheese for a while, kiddos.
Do you like tuna salad?
It's life, and you know, right? You keep going. But this brought back that memory when you said my dad, those big rollover doors, that whole thing came back.
Yep.
Wow, what a weird start to our show here. Farts, boogers, the travel stories, local celebrities, polka, accordion. Who thought we would talk about boogers, farts, accordions, and Zambonis?
In the first 22 minutes of a show.
Who got that on their bingo card?
Yeah.
Boys? Huh?
Never know what you're going to get with this show, folks. Never know what you're going to get.
We didn't even get to the little rabbit hole that I wrote down here. We didn't even get to that one.
Well, might as well go to the rabbit hole that you wrote down.
All right. One of us, I think I said that we were talking about our nose picking. And I said nooks and crannies, right?
Yeah.
Did you know, Travis, that there is there's like a big lawsuit over nooks and crannies?
Isn't that like a store or something like that? Isn't Nooks and Crannies a store?
No, it's not. Maybe it is a store as well. Maybe it is. Okay. But pause your Nooks and Crannies brain for just a moment. And let me introduce you to something completely different. How familiar are you with English muffins? I don't know much about English muffins.
It's funny. Jay just wrote, has to be English muffins.
Jay, good call, my friend.
I think people now are on the lookout for stories that Ross is going to go down a rabbit hole. They're like, well, this is going to come up with Ross.
This was one that was like on Dakota Ring or one of those podcasts a long time ago about how Nooks and Crannies is a trademarked phrase by the Thomas English Muffin Company. The Thomas English Muffin Company started advertising their particular English muffin because the thing about an English muffin is the way that it bakes, it allows for the bread not to be so surface. You get a lot more surface level with all of the nooks and crannies. So when you put butter or spread on there, you get a lot more of it because it covers all the nooks and crannies. And Thomas English Muffins trademarked that and doesn't allow other English muffins to sell themselves as having nooks and crannies. Even though English muffins are English muffins and they all have the nooks and crannies, Thomas English Muffins are the only ones with official nooks and crannies. Tyler makes a good point. Can anyone name another English muffin brand? I couldn't have named Thomas.
I just look at it and go, that's an English muffin. I don't know who makes the English muffin. And I'm not a big English muffin fan. You'll be like, oh, I guess I'll have the English muffin.
Yeah, if I go to like Quick Star or something like that, I'm getting they do the waffle bun at Quick Star. If I can do the waffle bun and then the biscuit, but I'm not doing an English muffin. And I never liked McDonald's English muffins. Those, no.
Yeah, because it's fast food, right?
Not enough nooks and crannies.
Exactly. So who's suing them over nooks and crannies?
No, Thomas sued other English muffin companies.
Oh, because they were using nooks and crannies?
Other companies started saying, hey, we got some nooks and crannies too. And they were like, nah, no, you have cracks and crevices. We have nooks and crannies. I mean, you think I'm making this up, don't you? You
have cracks and crevices?
Truth is stranger than reality, guys. Okay? I promise you. You have cracks and crevices. Thomas English muffins have nooks and crannies.
Oh, man. It is Friday. That means it is the Iowa Lottery Weekly Woo-Hoo. Call now. Call all show at 515-517-2303. Your chance to pick up a $90 prize pack from the Iowa Lottery, which includes scratch-off tickets, Powerball tickets. You got to be 21 or older. You got to live in the state of Iowa. But we want to hear your weekly woo-hoo. What made you go woo-hoo this week? Look at we got Kevin already. He's calling in. Yeah. So I got to wait for the screening process to get complete.
Oh, Allison just gave me a little hack here. She says if you like. Allison just wrote in on the Facebook. She says, if you like the waffle sandwich, go to Scooters and get the maple waffle sandwich. Now that's my language. Thank you, Allison. I'll remember that tip. You go to Scooters, Travis. You have Scooters over there in Omaha?
Oh, that's the corporate headquarters. Scooters was founded here.
Oh, okay. I thought, I like you pull up and they go, okay, that'll be $7.98. Scoot on around.
Kevin, welcome to the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Ross, you remember a few weeks ago I told you my epic travel story trying to get out of Des Moines.
Yes.
And I won the lottery tickets. I wanted to tell you I won $60.
Yeah. All right.
Folks, Kevin is validation of why you should participate in the weekly woohoo.
But I do have another epic travel story fail.
Okay.
Last Wednesday morning, we were supposed to head to Florida with our horses for a little vacation. And of course, you know what came across the middle part of the United States last Saturday.
Yep, that big ice storm that Travis's daughter is stuck in.
Yeah, so the first place we were supposed to stay at the first night, they have a horse hotel where you can unload your horses and you plug your camper in and spend the night. Had 18 inches of snow in their front yard. And they didn't know when they were going to get out.
Yeah,
So,
and probably not built to take care of that. Yeah, they don't have the sort of
Hey, turn your radio down, Kevin, if you could. Turn your radio down, Kevin, if you could.
Oh, sorry, I'm on. I got you on
speed. Okay.
You're fine, bud. You're fine. Still got us? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Hang on.
There you are. Horse hotel. I'm writing down 4 things I'm curious about already.
He hung up.
He hung up. He had to hang up.
Yeah, I think he was going off speaker and all that stuff.
Okay, Kevin, call us back if you want. Yeah. We'll take the time out here because I kind of want to hear the rest of the story. Kevin is the dude, Trav. Remember me telling you were gone that day, and he called in on the weekly woohoo, and he's like, "Hey, I got more of a boohoo. I was on the plane, and we couldn't take off because there weren't the right batteries for a flashlight." Do you remember?
I remember that.
It doesn't even make sense. And then a pilot called behind him and said, yeah, it totally does make sense. This is the FAA rules. And then that pilot said, oh, yeah, and by the way, I work for a chemical spraying company out of South Dakota that modifies the weather.
That's stupid, Ross. That doesn't happen.
But I'm the crazy one.
Whether you're into Coke Classic, Coke Zero, Sprite, Fanta, Powerade, chilled water like Dasani or Smart Water, or even Body Armor and Monster Energy drinks, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottle Company delivers a full lineup across stores in Iowa and beyond. So pick up a Coke the next time you're shopping at Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bourbon with Brian Duax. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
This is Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
My name's Gary Prosnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank and Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat Norm. Norm knows football, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm John Linares with Willis Lexus, and it's January and the deals got better. And our lease rates went down. We have a promotional 42-month term, which makes for a great value. On all gas models, we also have 2.99 for 48 months, 3.99 for 60, and 4.99 for 72 months. We've replenished our inventory of RZ this month, and we have 4 in stock. They have 0% up to 72 months, along with $2,000 of bonus cash. Stop in and see us or visit us online at willislexus.com.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Pump it up with unleaded 88. It's grown by corn farmers right here in the state of Iowa. So pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org. Before we get to Brian Duax over there at Central City Liquors, because he's got something new on the shelves you're going to want to get this weekend. Booker's been waiting on hold, so we'll get to Booker's call real quick. Booker, welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? Love your show.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you for ruining my breakfast. I tried to eat breakfast. You guys were talking about boogers, and that was pretty much the end of my breakfast. So thank you for that, first of all. And hey, just had a quick question for you, Travis. I always thought Harlan and Avoca were went to high school with Minden.
No. So you have Harlan is Erling, Defiance, Portsmouth, Panama, Westphalia. That's the towns that make up the Harlan Community School District. Avoca is Avoca, Shelby, Tennant, Hancock, and now Walnut. Minden is in Tri-Center, which is Minden, Neola, Persia, and I know that's 3, but you got to throw BB Town in there. So that's what makes up Tri-Center. So those.
I was wondering about BB Town too. Anyway, that's my.
We all were.
We all
were BB Town fit into the mix.
Hey, you guys have a good weekend. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Booker. Appreciate it, man.
It's so funny. Like to a Des Moines kid, you could have been making those up.
No, I'm not making them up.
I know you didn't. You that was everything you said. There was fact. I just tell you, as a kid that grew up on the east side of Des Moines, you could drop me into any one of those communities, and I wouldn't know one of them from the other. And you could maybe give me a week in each one of them, and I might not know them from you. I don't know. It's a curious thing. It's a curious thing of like how those little map dots get created and formed and held onto and incorporated and then rivalry started. And wait, you're from Shenandoah? I'm from Clarinda. You're from Avoca? I'm a BB Town man myself.
Now, BB Town is a small. Got a good restaurant. The Twisted Tail is in BB Town. Got the good ribs. Got some good prime rib. But that's the only thing in BB Town besides a baseball field. That's where all the farm came in and played.
Aren't all those towns small towns?
Well, Harlan's not small. Avoca's a pretty good size. I mean, but
I don't know. I'm sheltered. I'm an ignorant. That's why I'm fascinated by how well you know this stuff.
Well, grow up on the farm and play small town sports.
Because I grew up reading the Des Moines Register, I know what a neighboring community is. So, like for instance, I can't tell you where Parkersburg exactly is on the map, but I know it's near Applington.
Right next to it.
Like I can do that all day.
Hey, Lahula's with us. Brian Duax.
Hello, gentlemen.
What's going on, brother?
I bet Brian knows his small towns though, because you're a Des Moines kid. Okay. I thought you would be just from your years of playing sports but mostly big schools.
I was giggling listening to what you just said to him. I have no clue where any of those towns even are.
Gosh, get outside your bubbles, man.
We've tried.
Yeah, what is going to drive us to any of those towns? Like, what reason do I have to go besides the restaurant?
Yeah. And the other day you were talking about the strip clubs in these towns. And you're like, oh man, if you go to
Shotgun Genie's in Dunlap.
Genie's in Dunlap. Oh my God.
I don't think it's there anymore, though. I think it's closed down.
Classy.
Just saying. So yesterday you sent us a photo, and you were nice enough. The new Maker's Mark is in, and that's like a private select bottle. It says it right there. But you worked in the rush on the bottle. I want to thank you for that.
Yeah,
right? I mean, that is super cool.
Yeah. Well, Ross did it with me, and Ross knows that Simon did one too. So there's actually 2 barrels coming to the market today. One is going to Simon's. So if you want to try
restaurant there on Merle Hay, Travis, Merle Hay and Franklin.
Yep.
We were talking last week. We were talking about those privately owned, family owned, how you can eat at a restaurant and the owner will come and walk around to the table and ask you how your dinner is, get to know you. If you've been there before, he'll probably remember you. That's Simon's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an awesome place.
Yeah. So we have this one.
Ooh, look at that bottle.
Me and Ross named not the Todd Father because the last one Todd picked, and then Central City / The Rush. So this one will be available at Central City as of right now. It was available as of like 6 o'clock yesterday because the ABD decided to come early. So this one's available right now. This one, which is properly named Aura and Paris's Piggy Bank, that's Simon's bottle.
Yeah. That was a fun process, Travis.
Now, are they 2 separate? They're 2 different bourbons too, right?
Well, so how Makers does it is Makers makes normal Makers. And then, as Ross knows, we sit there and they put in staves. So all Makers starts as Makers. And then me and Ross picked our barrel. and Simon and his wife picked their barrel, and they are two totally different flavor profiles. It's unbelievable that they both started as the exact same product, and these little pieces of wood that they put in the barrel to age it for the last 4 or 5 months changes the flavor profile so much.
So how many bottles did you get of each one of those?
246.
Wow. Wow.
And they're selling for $69.99?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So we're hopeful that between you guys and myself and the social media, we can get it out there and we can sell a boatload of it. And Simon is wanting to swap some.
Okay.
So he has some of my pick at Simon's. I have some of his pick at the store. But for now, all of Simon's will be at Simon's. All of mine will be at my store until me and Simon can get together and figure something out.
Little horse trading right there, huh? Going,
Yeah.
hey, let's just.
Well,
I
I mean,
like
they're
it.
the same. They're the same product. They're the same cost. They're just completely different in terms of flavor profile.
Travis, imagine you've had one of those one of those Coke machines where you can walk up and it's got every flavor of every pop, and you can get, a vanilla flavored Dr. Pepper, whatever. That it was almost like doing that. It was almost like having tiny little flavors in front of you. They gave you the normal makers. They said, this is the product we're going to start with. You took a shot of that, little tiny sip of it, get a flavor. When we add this flavor to it, that's what that tastes like. When we add this, and then you went around and you tried each individual little, stav, right? I mean, each flavor. And then you got to mix the ones that you thought would make a good match. If that didn't work, you got to mix a couple others. And you got to keep refining this until it tasted exactly the way that you wanted it to taste. And it was amazing how Simon and his wife, going through the exact same process at two different tables, two completely different whiskeys at the end that came from the exact same product that just had different pieces of wood in them.
Yep. So
really
there's
cool
five
process.
different staves. There's 5 different staves. There's baked American pure. There's French cuvee. There's the Maker's 46, which is every bottle of Maker's 46 just gets all Maker's 46 staves. Okay. And then there's the roasted French, and then the toasted French. And again, they are completely different. They all start as the same whiskey, and then you add these staves to them, and they change the profile unbelievably.
That is cool. Now I'm kind of jealous because Ross, why don't you run over to Central City today, pick me up a bottle, and bring it over tomorrow?
I'll do that.
Can you do that for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll Venmo you like in a week or so.
Venmo me. Money. You want me to bring you the Starlink too, by the way?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great.
Yeah. That way, when the grid goes down in a couple weeks, you're ready to go.
Yeah. So, store's open, right?
Well, not yet. The Todd Father will probably show up in about an hour. If somebody has my number and they call me and say, "Hey, I want a bottle," I'll probably run up the street because I'm just down at the wholesale building. We want to sell this stuff. We want to get this stuff in people's mouths. We don't want it to sit there and collect dust.
Exactly. That's the thing about a liquor store. You got to move the shelf. You got to move the product, man. Inventory is great, but you want to move the inventory.
Correct.
I know you got to get back to churning and burning here, but quickly, we had you on when LeBron made his big Hennessy announcement.
Yep.
Right. First of all, did you see a run on Hennessy after LeBron? Good. Okay.
No.
Did you see his announcement today? He's done drinking.
LeBron is done drinking.
LeBron done drinking. He can't keep up with the young kids anymore. He's got to cut out the alcohol.
Well, that's probably a wise maneuver.
Don't know how his partners at Hennessy feel about it, but he announced it.
Well, what about Monday? Monday's going to be a big day.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Yingling, it's all coming.
Yeah, how many cases of Yingling are you getting?
So they're not coming out with cases Monday. It's just
it's
kegs.
only draft, right? Okay.
It's just kegs. So I actually had lunch with the Yingling guy yesterday and asked him. He said there's so many Yingling kegs in his warehouse, it's exploding his warehouse. And I said, well, I can take one of those off your hands.
Nice.
You just let me know if it's exploding your warehouse. I'll take one. So Bruno's going to have a damn good day Monday morning for sure. Groundhog's Day, Yingling. It's going to be a fun day.
Excellent. All right, Brian, we'll get to Central City today. Pick up your Maker's Mark. You won't find this anywhere else in the state, right? That bottle's the only one available with not the Todd Father. You can't find it anywhere else. So $69.99.
You won't find it anywhere else in the country. It's a single barrel. So we are the only person who has it. There's nobody else in the world who has this barrel.
There you go. All right, Brian, we'll be in touch. Thanks for giving us time this morning, buddy.
All right, guys, take care.
Zip. 515-517-2303. Let's go to the phone. We got a couple phone callers. AJ's up in Clear Lake. AJ, what's up?
Hey, I got 2 bullet points for you, Travis and Ross. The first one is, Travis, I grew up in Traer, Iowa. My mother's from Traer, Iowa, which was North Kama of Traer. So it was Traer, Cloutier, Buckingham, and Dinsdale.
God, we're kindred brother, man. That's what we are.
Yep. Another one. Do you know who is also from Traer, Iowa? Coach Gaylord Schilling.
Yes.
From Traer, Iowa.
Yeah.
So, yep. So, and you know that you might have played North Kama of Traer in the 1989 state baseball tournament?
No,
I know
we
played North Kama one time.
Yeah, I gave up 4 home runs. I'll the first pitch I threw. This was not in the state tournament. It was early on in the season. They were loaded. First pitch I threw, they rocked about 340 feet. I still remember it. It was like I'm throwing gas. I feel good. I threw a dart right down the middle, and it left the field in a hurry. They kicked our ass that day.
They were really good. And then, okay, so that was my fun first one. Number 2 bullet point. So I loved your conversation yesterday because it is Winter Dance Party Weekend in Clear Lake, and that is about Buddy Holly and Big Bopper and Richie Valens dying in the airplane crash, and then you'll have all these people come into Clear Lake for this weekend, and they still play the Buddy Holly music and kind of that time, and a lot of people in town here are saying that's wonderful. We get people traveling in, but that music's almost 70 years old, and if we want to keep this party going, we need to get some more like newer music, maybe stuff that's like 45 years old for the people our age, Travis.
Well, I'm a Buddy Holly fan, so I would still go and watch Buddy Holly. And by the way, the Surf Ballroom is still a great place to go visit. I visited the Surf Ballroom. It's super cool, but wow.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly's music is 70 years old.
Yeah.
We're blessed to have the Surf. We do everything there. And they still have good artists, but I just think we're just trying to keep it rolling a little bit and still keep the theme of it. You can always have 2 nights of Buddy Holly music, but maybe have one night where you get some act in that would just maybe bring the median age down from 79 to maybe like 54.
Good stuff, AJ. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Okay, guys. Have a great weekend. You bet, boys.
515.
A lot of folks in the chat think Whitesnake would be a good addition to the Buddy Holly.
I actually was talking about Slow and Easy during our synergy meeting yesterday. Kevin, thanks for calling back. What's up, Kevin?
Sorry, I was driving through a bad area.
That's fine.
But yeah, so to kind of continue, Ross had some questions about a horse hotel.
I've got questions. I wrote down probably 4 things I want to ask you about, Kevin. When you said the sentence, I'm hauling horses down to Florida, and we stayed at a horse hotel, it's about, and then you said they had 18 inches of snow. But I had 4 questions before you got to the 18 inches of snow about hauling horses to Florida and then staying at a horse hotel.
I just call that a ranch.
Yeah, when you say a horse hotel, can you explain, like, is it a place that's got a large enough parking lot for you to park your trailer? Is it literally have an open space for you to, like, put the horses at night? What does a horse hotel mean?
So they have different setups. First of all, yes, they do have hookups like a RV park where you can pull your rig in, plug it in, hook up to water, and camp there for one night or several days. For your horses, they either have like indoor stalls or outside turnouts to where you can just let them get off the trailer and walk around, lay down casually, spend the night, because after 7 or 8 hours on the trailer, they like to get out and walk around. So, they charge you so much to park your camper, and they charge you so much a night for your horse.
Okay. Interesting. And this place, you were far enough south that 18 inches of snow, they didn't have the equipment to take care of that. So I imagine that's why you were saying it was a little bit more of a travel nightmare here, huh?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, it was just on the southern tip of Illinois going into Kentucky. And the snow got up that far to where, they just couldn't get dug out quick enough. So we postponed it for a week, and hopefully everything will be better coming up this next week.
All right. So were you headed down to Florida for like a horse show? Are you selling horses? What and then what type of horses are we talking about here?
No, we're just going to go down and ride for a while. My wife has moved up from Florida, and she's got a lot of friends down there that ride horses. So we're going to take her down, and then I'm going to fly back, and she's going to spend a week or two down there with her friends. And they're quarter horses, so they're trail horses. We're going to stay in the Ocala National Forest, and in a, believe it or not, a horse snowbird campground.
So, Kevin, how many horses do you have?
4.
Damn. Okay, I'm going to give you a place to go. Okay, to ride. I want you to go to Fort Robinson in western Nebraska. You'll feel like a regular old cowboy.
Oh, he is a cowboy.
Believe it or not, when we were having our epic fail airplane tour, we were talking to a guy that was from Florida, and he trail rode around the United States, and we got talking about Fort Robinson that morning, and I told it, and it is on the schedule for this summer.
You'll love it. You'll love it. All right, Kevin. Hey, congratulations on winning the Woohoo a couple weeks back, and have fun riding horses.
Thanks. Have a good
Take
weekend.
care, buddy.
Yep.
You too, bud. Going to ride horses in the National Forest in Florida.
That's the life, right?
You've done well, sir.
You've done really, really well.
Congratulations on that. That's awesome. That's fun.
I never got into. I'm not a horse guy.
Well, I love horses. I mean, they're majestic. I've never had one. Obviously, I've been around a handful in my life.
My father-in-law had a couple horses when Anjanette and I first met. He had Arabian horses, and they're just a lot of work. They're expensive, and when I go to Fort Robinson, I ride the trail horses because they're old and they're just like, another bunch of stupid people are going to ride up the butte.
Had a friend of ours, I'll tell you, I didn't tell you this before the show, but a friend of ours reached out to me yesterday and said, "Hey, I want to look at this property." And I know a little bit about the property. It's listed by a friend of mine. I know that I've heard him talk about some of the action they've had and all that. So I knew some things. Here's the deal with that property. These folks had bought it for horses. They wanted to, and then got out there and realized like, a little bit more than, the family could commit to and all that stuff. I mean, beautiful property, but horses are a lot of work. There's
a lot of work and a lot of money. Wade from the Iowa Fireworks Farm. His wife's into the horses. He's got a lot of horses. Wade's a good dude.
Oh, Wade's a great one. I was thinking about him that's funny that you bring him up. I was thinking about him last night for some reason. I saw something made me think of Wade. All right. Yep. Kevin just sent me a picture of his horse trailer. They're doing okay.
Oh, it's one of those horse trailers. And I know what you mean, because you're like driving down the road. You're like, is that a horse trailer or is that an RV? Oh, you can live out of that thing. Oh, that's like more than your house is worth.
Horses are doing okay. Kevin's doing all right.
These horses live better than most people.
I never would have thought. I love these like subcultures and getting a peek inside of things like that. There's horse hotels. I never thought of that. Of course, there has to be. You see those trailers driving. People are hauling horses across the country. Can't go thousands of miles at one time in a stretch like that. Got to stop. Got to clean out the trailer. Oh God, think of the work that goes. Oh my God, you think it's trouble traveling with 3 kids? He's got 4 horses.
And what does subcultures really mean? It's a way to make money, because these there's not another horse hotel within like a 1,000 mile radius.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I wrote down in my notes that I did my notes on Kevin's thing, and the first thing I wrote down I had $60 horse hotel. And as I went back and looked at it, I was thinking, God, did Kevin tell us that it was $60 for him to stay at that horse hotel? No, he had won $60 on his woohoo lottery. He didn't tell us how much it cost to keep 4 horses at a horse hotel.
It's probably like a regular RV hookup night, probably $30-$40 a night.
Per horse?
No, it's for your trailer.
Per hookup?
Is really what it is. But then, yeah, if you're gonna put the horses in the stalls, and if you're gonna do some stuff, you're gonna feed them, it might have been a $200-$300 night. Who knows? Horse Hotel by Marriott. I'm surprised they haven't got into that stuff yet.
There might be. Can he use his Marriott Club points?
His Bonvoy points?
Bonvoy, that's what it is. Bonvoy.
Hey, can I use my Bonvoy points here? I got a free night at the hotel. Might be able to. Just might be able to. We've got a full hour almost and still haven't talked about the Iowa State win, but we'll do that because it was a bad game.
Yeah. What you hoped to see. Everything we've said about Iowa State, man, they are really good. They're really good. Fun to watch.
After losing 2 straight, they've won 3 in a row. 2 of those games they've won by 30 points. And it goes back to what I say with college basketball. You're better off losing early in the season or midway through the season. Like you look at Arizona, the pressure just starts to mount with every single win of trying to stay unbeaten. Hey, they're coming in. If you haven't heard, we're giving away a pair of $700 diamond earrings from Fiscus Jewelers. We're doing this for Valentine's Day. Please, please, please. They're coming in. It's love song and bling, right? We want to know your favorite love song and how you connect that to your current person, an old person that you might have had a relationship with that stirs up bad memories. Go to therushradio.com. Go to the promotions tab. You'll see love songs and bling. We need your name. We need your email address. We need the song, but tell us why. Tell us why that song. What evokes that memory? We got a good one yesterday.
Had some good entries.
Yes, good entries so far. Keep them coming. You could win $700 pair of earrings from our good buddy Noel Fiscus at Fiscus Jewelers. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search the Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
This is Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
More Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
There's always something new at Fong's Pizza and an ever-changing menu of tiki drinks. Or try our new noodle dishes alongside your favorite slice. It's all happening at the new Fong's in the East Village.
Thinking about buying a home? Get pre-approved in 30 minutes with Gary Presnell at Northwest Bank in Des Moines. Gary offers first-time home buyers programs, VA, FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true, no guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Mini of Des Moines. Got some exciting things going on this month. Lease an all-new Mini Countryman for as low as $369 a month. On top of that, we have rates as low as $2.99 out to 48 months. On top of that, we have more exciting news. Currently on our lot, we have 2 all-new John Cooper Works Countrymans. For more information, visit us online at miniofdesmoines.com or stop by and visit your favorite Mini motoring advisor.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. Buying a car is one thing, keeping it running is another. That's where Willis Automotive really separates itself. Their service department is top-notch. They take care of you long after you drive off the lot. New, used, sales and service. Start at willisauto.com. That's Willis Automotive powering the Rush Radio Show. And, of course, it's now time for the Iowa Lottery Weekly. That's right. 515-517-2303. What made you go this week? And, of course, right now with the Iowa Lottery, you've got the Fire or Ice, a concert is nice promotion. Play it cool or play it hot. A concert experience with the is what the Iowa Lottery has in the prize zone. With the Fire 7s and Ice 7 scratch tickets, you can enter non-winning tickets into your Iowa Lottery VIP club account for a chance to win 2 sweet tickets to a concert of your choice. That's right, a concert of your choice. Journey's going to be playing the Casey Center in Des Moines. Luke Combs will be at Jack Trice Stadium. Both concerts happening in April, and the Iowa Lottery has your VIP experience. Of course, at 515-517-2303, you can call. We also have a new way for you to enter your weekly woohoo, and that's through the website at therushradio.com. Just go to the promotions tab, pick and click the weekly woohoo. Jerry has a weekly woohoo that he put on the website. So Jerry goes, hey, I got a woohoo, guys. I bought a new truck this week after having my old one for 10 years. That's awesome. Hope you bought it at Willis Automotive. Got a substantial promotion at work. And to top it off, I'm getting out on the ice this weekend with my dad and brother.
Yeah.
And when he says that, I take it he's going ice fishing.
I assume the same thing. Unless he's going, whatever he's doing. Hell, if he's going ice skating with his dad and brother.
That makes you go, as you heard Kevin say, he won. It's a $90 prize pack. He got his prize pack that he didn't pay for and won an additional $60, which got him about 4 miles of gas in his horse truck to get to the. That's the way I can look at it, right? I mean, it's like he's probably,
thanks for Jerry for reaching out to us on the website, first of all, and going in and submitting that. And congratulations, man. You got to feel like you're on cloud 9. Got a new job, got some more cash, got a new pickup you're driving around in. Hell yeah, Jerry.
Yeah.
Keep it up, brother. Momentum, my friend.
So if you have a weekly woohoo, 515-517-2303, or if you don't want people to hear your voice, you can go to the website right now, and I'll be getting that email as soon as you hit
was your synergy, it seemed to me, Trav, just from being your buddy here from afar, that your synergy thing was a woohoo down in Arizona.
Yeah,
you enjoyed that.
Yeah. It was funny because you have to rate your state of mind when the day starts. That was like on Wednesday. Then you have to rate your state of mind when you leave. I started at a 9. I left at a 10. Can't you tell? I'm just energized, Ross.
I told you when we hooked up on Wednesday morning. I said, you look good, man. You look happy. When you were in Italy with your family, it was glowing on you. It was like, oh, he's in his element here. Look at the guy. Look at my man. He's happy. And not that it wasn't being away because you were worried about the synergy thing on Wednesday. You were like, oh, we're in this tiny room. It's 80 degrees outside. We've all been in 5-degree weather, and we're going to sit inside. If we do it right, we can kill this thing. But if not, this could go bad.
And we did it right. We did a number of breakouts. We sat by the pool. We got a table. We broke out in groups. Got to sit. And I'll credit my my boss Bob for that. He's like, we got to get outside. You don't come down here
for that. Very smart.
Yeah.
Question, because Ray, we did see your question earlier in the week, and we talked about it off the air. Did you ever get a chance to eat any rattlesnake?
Honest to God, I never saw it on any menu. I didn't see it on any menu. Now, I don't know if it's on select menus down there or not, but I didn't see rattlesnake. But to be honest, I was in Scottsdale, and we didn't have cars, so where we ate was just let's go there. Oh, we like that. Let's go back there. So.
All right. I didn't. So I have a lot of questions about that as well. Do different snakes have different flavors? Like different fish have different flavors? But a lot of times you're either a fish person or not a fish person because they kind of have a similar flavor profile.
Does a cobra taste different than a rattlesnake?
And what other kinds of snakes can you eat? And if that's the case, why aren't we eating corn snakes or gardener snakes here in Iowa?
You know why? Because we don't have to. We have pigs. We have cows.
Yeah,
we have corn.
We had ancestors that tried this shit and were like, guys, it's the chicken, it's the pig, it's the cow.
Yeah. Well, that's a safe route to go.
Ray, I would love to know. Ray says I only ate rattlesnake when I was, because Ray wrote to us earlier in the week and said, Travis, make sure while you're down there, you order some rattlesnake. It was my favorite thing to eat when I lived in Arizona. And we were off the air, and I said, hey, did you see Ray's comment there? You should try that out. And I think you're like, yeah, I'll give it a shot if we get it, but never had the chance, huh?
No, didn't have the chance.
I never liked alligator. Remember when I was in South Carolina?
I served it at my daughter's wedding.
Now that was different. I didn't like the alligator. I mean it, because that was like smoked, or what was that?
It was all smoked. Yeah, it was smoked on a Traeger, and because usually if you go down south, it's like deep fat fried, and it's like
and it tasted like rubber. It was rubbery, and it was deep fat fried. It looked like catfish sticks almost,
Yeah.
And you bit into it, and it was like chewy. I'm like, this is what everybody likes. I forgot about the one at your daughter's. Brooks made that.
Yeah, Brooks made that.
Holy. And by the way, when I woke up this morning, one of my computers told me today is Brooks' birthday.
No, it was yesterday.
Okay. I don't know.
It was yesterday.
Well, my Mac is a liar then.
Well, you have computer issues.
I have connectivity issues. All right. I'm interested in the rattlesnake thing. So my woohoo this week is Audrey. Audrey got for the third year in a row, now in fourth grade, made her school's Codathon team. So she will be, for the third year in a row in fourth grade, making an app. This one is to help homeless people. The first one was pollution. I can't remember what they've been. So anyway, really cool stuff. She's super proud of her.
Is it like an app for homeless people to find encampments that they can go spend the
night?
No,
she literally just started the thing. I think that
Ross, I need you to be politically correct. They are unhoused. Okay.
True. I probably should have just said she made the Codathon team and left it at that. I'll let the little girl figure it out.
Got some more woohoos coming in. This one from Jason. My daughter got her 50th pin last week in high school girls wrestling. She's headed to regionals today to kick some ass and punch her ticket to state. Wow, 50th pin. 50th pin? Holy crap.
Glad you recognize that.
Yeah. Rob writes in, people are liking the online thing.
Hey, I like this. I'm good with this. Works for me.
Had my second grandson show up last week. Pretty awesome. A few weeks ago, Ross pulled out a Windsor Clive Des Moines Little League pennant. Well, I played in that Little League when I was 9, and our team was sponsored by John Holmes Meat Market. Woohoo!
John Holmes Meat Market. Stop it. Stop it.
John Holmes, for those of you playing along at home, is a porn reference.
Why did you didn't have to tell people that?
Because I didn't know who John Holmes was till I was like 21 or 22 because my roommate, when I lived up there off of behind Merle Hay or off Merle Hay Road, he was a Kirby vacuum door-to-door salesman. He'd walk in, he'd go door to door. Hey, ma'am, his name was Mitch, but his name was John Holmes. I'm John Holmes. I'm with Kirby. And he would do that all the time. I know.
On Holmes Meat Market. That's kind of like I saw you
Chico's bail bonds.
I saw you put in the rundown Sam Darnold's.
Dude.
What an amazing.
We'll get to I promise because our thumbnail says Iowa State, but we got to go here because I didn't know this until yesterday.
We haven't talked about it at all.
Yeah. So I didn't know this till yesterday. Sam Darnold, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, going to start in the Super Bowl. His grandfather in the 1970s was one of the Marlboro men.
And one of the like 5 original Marlboro.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What was
you know what his name was?
Yeah, I do.
Dick Hammer. Dick Hammer. Now, Dick Hammer was a really good athlete.
Yes. You saw. I'm glad you saw this story, man. This is a fun one.
Dick Hammer played football or basketball rather for USC and was part of the Final Four team that went. I think it was 1954 that USC went to the Final Four. He started like all 34 games.
Then do you know what he did? Then he got into volleyball and ended up being so good at volleyball, he went to the Olympics on the men's volleyball team. And then after playing basketball for USC and playing in the Olympics for the United States, he went on to become one of the first 5 Marlboro men, all while carrying the moniker Dick Hammer.
And by the way, his granddaughter, who's a Darnold, was a really good volleyball player in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the Darnold family comes from good genes, but
that's a genetic thing.
Hey, do you know what Dick Hammer died from?
What?
He was the Marlboro man.
Lung cancer?
Lung cancer.
No way.
Yep. 1999, he was 69 years old when he passed away from lung cancer.
I'm more impressed with the athletic stuff than the Marlboro Man thing. I mean, the Marlboro Man thing is neat. It's a cool thing, but he wasn't a real cowboy.
But
Kevin's a real cowboy, right?
Yes, yes.
I've seen pictures of Kevin on a horse with the cowboy hat in the middle of a river.
Dick Hammer is like John Wayne, not a real cowboy, just played one on the screen.
Thank you. But he also looked just like John Wayne, really good athlete. Yeah, I heard this story last week or something where somebody was like, have you heard the story of Sam Darnold's grandpa?
But you're right. Most people go, the Marlboro Man, really? But then when you start reinventing, you're like, oh, now you know where Sam Darnold got his athletic ability. It was from Dick.
Yeah.
Hammer. That'd be great if Seattle wins the Super Bowl. You know how they smoke cigars? There's Sam Darnold with the Marlboro afterwards.
Yeah, I imagine you'll see that. Yep.
That would be funny. That would be, thanks, Grandpa.
Burger McChick would like clarification. He did, and just make sure we all heard this correctly, okay? Dick Hammer died at 69.
Yes.
All right.
See, you guys are worse than me. You guys are all worse than me.
I think he was just looking for the details. He's probably going to share this information with friends of the walk. He wanted to make sure that he was recounting the story the right way. That's the way I took that.
Yeah. Sure you did. Sure you did. Brian writes in, he's got a weekly woohoo for the Iowa Lottery.
All right.
My son, Hayden. Who do you think he's named after? Turned 6 today. That's my woohoo.
Oh, that's a good one. That's enough. That plays to the judges' hearts. Good job, Brian.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Hayden. Happy birthday, man.
Hope you're listening to the show already. We'll get you started, and you'll be a lifelong fan.
All I wrote down for Rob wrote in and said he has a second grandson, right? That's what Rob's woohoo was. Was there more to that I forgot or didn't write down? Because I don't want to shortchange when I go back.
Rob was the grandson, and he played for the Windsor Clive
that's what
Des Moines
it was.
Little League.
He, got us into the Dick Hammer conversation because he played for John Holmes Meat Market.
Yeah.
All right. All I wrote down for Rob woohoo was the grandson, and he played for the Windsor Clive Des Moines Little League.
Yes.
Meat Market.
See? That easy. Okay, we got to get to Iowa State just briefly.
Okay.
They beat Colorado yesterday 97-67. And when you put a really, really, really good team against a really, really, really bad team, the result is about what you expect. Ross, it was 30. I'm going through security at Sky Harbor in Phoenix, and I'm like, okay, I got to rush and watch the game. It was literally like the game started at 6 o'clock? I sit down in my chair at the gate at like 6:10. Okay, it just started. It's 30-4 already. I'm like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah. You can find it was bad. 30-4 was the peak of it. And then Colorado went on a little bit of a run to catch things up. I remember it being 21-3 or something like that. And it was, I mean,
it's one of the, I hate that because when you're watching, you're like, why am I watching this? Because you know that's not going to, they're not going to give up that lead at home. There's just, it's not going to happen.
And you know they're going to, but it's still fun to watch because that's what you, if you're a Cyclone fan, that has to kind of be your hope going into that game, not your expectation necessarily. You expect to win. You probably expected to win that game handily. But I mean, if we would have taken calls yesterday and say, what do you hope to see tonight? I imagine somebody would have said, I hope they just go in and kick the shit out of them. Go in and dominate. I want to see this Iowa State team hit the gas from the opening tip and see what that looks like. How good can this team look if they go out and are playing 100% from the opening tip? You know how good they can look? 30-5 against a division. Again, like you might think that Colorado sucks. Colorado does suck. They're not a great Big 12 team. It's still a group of Division I athletes out there that you are dominating. And that's fun to see. And then you get a chance to get I mean, you look at the minutes. I guess Lipsy did play 32. Jefferson did play 34. I didn't realize either one of those guys played that many minutes, honestly.
I mean, the bench scored 40 points last night. The bench scored 40 points.
Right.
And you're right with the domination. I think a blowout like that is fun to watch in person because you're sitting there feeding off the electric. When you're sitting in a Sky Harbor airport in Phoenix watching on the phone, you're like, why am I watching this? Right?
If you're not a Cyclone fan, I think it's harder. I didn't watch that entire game last night. I mean, at some point, like, this game's over. I had other things I'm doing with my life here. I was, making dinner.
Yeah, if it would have been closer, you would have been watching it. I mean,
glued to it.
Yeah.
When it's 30-5, that's when you can have it on in the background and make sure you're not missing a big run. So, not a lot to break down. Really, really good game for Iowa State. Other than that, what else? I mean, I honestly, the thing that just jumped out at me on the box score as I pulled it up, I didn't think Jefferson and Lipsy had been on the court as much last night as they were. It seemed to me like they were, like you actually got to get a lot of the guys off the bench, and they did. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 guys played last night.
What was how many played double-digit minutes last night?
8.
8. Yeah, I mean, just clicking. Now they go on the road. They go to Kansas State. That's going to be on Sunday. You got a busy Sunday in basketball. You got Iowa's going to be at Oregon on Sunday. You've got Iowa State at Kansas State on Sunday. Last night, besides Iowa State winning last night, the Iowa women were on the road at USC last night. They had an 8-game winning streak going in, still unbeaten in the Big Ten. That's all broken. They got beat by USC 81-69. Two really bad quarters because they got close within the half, but Ross, they got outscored 28-13 in the first quarter. They got outscored 27-14 in the third quarter. Wow. And that, I know, it just put, and we were just bragging about Addie Deal last week, right? Here Taylor McCabe goes out for the season. And I think you're going to see maybe what McCabe was able to add with her three-point shooting, with her experience. You take that out, and there's a weapon, and you can kind of focus other places. Deal didn't have a point last night and only played 17 minutes. So we thought, here's the coming out party. She'd been building up for this, and then boom, 0 points. I mean, if she's going to be in that starting lineup, she's going to need to contribute.
Yep, got to be consistent with it,
Yeah.
and hopefully that'll come. But
guess how many turnovers Iowa had last night?
The way you're saying that, 15.
21 turnovers last night. 20, and it's not going to get easier. I mean,
outscored 30 points in 2 quarters.
Yeah, and here's the deal: USC on this road trip was the winnable game. They're a middle of the pack Big Ten team. They have a losing record, I believe, in conference play. That was the winnable game. Sunday they play UCLA, ranked number 2 in the country. I didn't think they were. I mean, I don't think they're going to beat UCLA. Even when they were going out there, I'm like, it could be a good game, but you're not going to beat UCLA out there. UCLA is just stacked, loaded. USC was the winnable game. They wouldn't get that. I don't be surprised if they come home 0-2 on this road trip. Still, and it's funny. You go from undefeated in the Big Ten to you go 2 losses here, and you're going to drop down.
Iowa State fans went through it.
Yes.
All right. You and hope you don't lose 5 in a row. Who's after UCLA? So let's say it's 3 in a row after the UCLA loss. I can get there too. I have ESPN up. I was actually looking at the Sunday schedule before I click away from this, because Sunday is a fantastic day of college basketball.
It is
a full day. Got a ranked matchup at noon with Alabama and Florida. Iowa State and K-State is at 1:00. Another ranked matchup with Illinois and Nebraska at 3.
That'd be a good game.
And then the Iowa-Oregon game is at 7:00 on FS1.
So the Iowa women, they got UCLA on Sunday.
Okay.
Then they come home to play Minnesota, stay at home to play Washington.
All right.
Go to Nebraska, Purdue, then Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin.
Okay. Then manageable all the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yep. So make sure this is probably going to be a 3-game losing streak here in the middle of it, right? Lose to UCLA.
Two
I'm
games.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So lose to UCLA. It's just 2 in a row. All right. I thought they had lost before. I thought they lost their last game too for some reason.
No, they were riding an 8-game winning streak heading into last
Oh,
night.
okay. All right.
So, did you see this? This Charles Bediako story is getting interest. Of course, they had the temporary restraining order, so this kid who was drafted in the NBA had 2-way contracts, could play college ball again. Got the TRO. They were supposed to have a hearing this week, but the NCAA said, nah.
I'm sorry, Travis. I got the TRO.
Temporary restraining order.
Okay. He said that like we're all probation officers. I don't.
I thought you'd been arrested, Ross. I thought
515-517-2303.
They were supposed to go back for a hearing, and the NCAA said, no, we want a new judge, because after further investigation, James Roberts, the judge who issued the TRO, is on the Alabama website as a booster of Alabama athletics. So yesterday, he recused himself from the trial. It was handed over to another judge who is an Alabama graduate, but he's not listed as a booster. In fact, he's presiding over a murder trial of an Alabama football player. Think about that, a murder. If a football player in Iowa, I mean, it's just...
You can't get through sentences of this story without pausing and going, who's writing this? Do you know the story? So again, Travis, the judge who had to recuse himself from it, recused himself because he's a
booster,
huge donor to Alabama.
Yeah, if you're listed on the website, you give some money.
Have you heard this? His wife is also a part of this story too.
Well, I didn't hear that.
His wife, Mary Turner Roberts, currently listed as a donor to the athletic department, as also giving between almost up to $250,000 over the course of their lifetimes, which is that's not insane money, right? I mean, Travis, you've known people that have given millions of dollars.
Yeah.
$100,000 to $250,000 over the course of their lifetimes is what
now, is that together or separate?
That's together.
Okay.
So it's not Again, not crazy money, but he is a donor to the university, and then he ends up on this case. There was something else about the wife that I was trying to find, Travis, because there was some, there was some other weird thing that came out about his wife. Is she the one that was, anyway, that's lots of funky and fun with this. Bediako started in Alabama's last game, had 14 points in 18 minutes, something like that.
And he's gone on the record saying, we can win the national championship. Well, yeah.
And if I play my cards right, I'm going to get a G League ring too.
Can you do a two-way between the G League and the college?
How's that going to work when the G League, when they end up winning the G League championship and they give a ring to everybody that was on the roster throughout the year? And while he's at the White House for his NCAA championship presentation, they also give him a G League ring. Congratulations, Charles.
Ross, you're getting accused of being a poser, by the way. Jason says, I thought Ross was an East Sider.
Yeah?
Check him if he didn't know what a TRO was.
Temporary restraining order. I didn't know that one. TRO.
And I should know better than talking acronyms, because acronyms drive me crazy anyway. But I wanted to sound somewhat like street cred, like, TRO.
No, I think I was probably one of the very few that Rev. Rev says, I've never used TRO, but I've had a few.
Why would somebody get a restraining order against Rev? Yeah. Okay, I know why. Rev says, we don't use those acronyms on the street. Yeah, you do. You talk about THC all the time. You don't say what THC is.
It's just easier.
Yeah, because temporary restraining order is easy to say. What does THC stand for?
Tetrahydrocolon. Weed. Stands for weed.
Oh, I can't. It's
tetrahydrocannabinol. There you go.
Its formula is C21H30O2.
Coach Ursom says, Travis, you had him blocked for like 2 years.
Yeah, that was a temporary restraining order, wasn't it? Thanks, Coach. Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate it. We've made up, though. We've made up. 515-517-2303. We come back. Tyler Kluver joining us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on. Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
This is Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. Win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
Oh, did see you there. Happy New Year for myself and everyone else over here at Land Rover Des Moines. My personal New Year's resolution is to take better care of my car, and that starts with an oil change. Come on down for $25 off your service. You can give us a call or schedule online at LandRoverDesMoines.com.
Fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
The largest selection of German beer in the world? You'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbocks to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels, there's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. Whoop! So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Happy New Year from myself and everyone else over here at Willis Volvo. My New Year's resolution this year is to take better care of my car, and that starts with an oil change. You can come on down for $25 off your service. Visit us online at willisvolvocars.com or give us a call to get scheduled.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
You know, Ross, we've been talking about Gary Presnell being the state of Iowa's top producing mortgage banker for the past 7 years. You know, we've been saying that? Yeah. Well, no longer. 8 years. 8 years.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Gary's going to work it. If you need a loan for your home, Gary is a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank. He's been financing residential homes for the past 25 years. He's got your first-time home buyer loans, your conventional and new construction loans, and approvals that are done in 30 minutes or less. And you can do that after hours or even on weekends. Give him a call at 515-975-6767.
Hey,
also,
quick, Trav, I should mention this because it's not just buying new homes or moving to a new home. A lot of people are refinancing lately. He just sent me a message the other day about doing a lot of refis that interest rates are getting down to that point right now where people, and sometimes you need a HELOC, right? We were talking about doing home equity lines of credit and taking some money out on the home that you own right now and doing some repairs or things like that. Gary can help you with all of that stuff.
Also, Chris Connolly just reached out to me. Don't forget Iowa Wild are home tonight and tomorrow at the Casey Center. But more importantly, Zach Brown tickets go on sale today at 10 a.m. I'm a Zach Brown fan. I like Zach Brown.
That's a show. Those guys put on a hell of a show.
Chris, save me a seat.
Oh,
Chris, save me a seat.
If you come over, maybe you and I, maybe we should. Never mind. We'll talk about that.
No, I think that's possible. But the show's on November 20th. They go on sale today at 10 a.m. at highbtix.com.
So that's a hell, dude. That's one of my favorite shows. Zach Brown Band, blue jeans, flannel shirts, and dudes just playing their freaking heart out. Love it.
Look who's here. He skipped out on us last week because he had to go to the dentist with a kid.
I did. Zach Brown Band.
Have you seen him?
So I am the least music guy you'll ever find.
Okay.
Like today, I'm going to go out in the garage a couple times and I'll train, and it'll either be to silence or podcasts. Like I don't listen to music.
That's weird. That's weird.
I like that. That's what I would do.
I've been to, my wife and I just did this the other day. I think I've only been to like 5 concerts in my life. 3 of them have been Zach Brown Band.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were the other 2?
The one in Kinnick. We went to that one.
The one in Kinnick.
Pat Green?
No, it was Thomas Rhett, Blake Shelton. The one that they put on, it was that because that was during my time. And then Kane Brown at the State Fair a couple years ago, I think.
Okay.
Right.
We see a pattern.
The Zach Brown Band. My wife's family loves Zach Brown Band. And we as a family, we've kind of got into, so they always go as well. Her sister, my sister-in-law. So that was a big topic of conversation last week when that there's a good chance we'll probably end up at that concert. So yeah.
You know what I don't like about radio, like terrestrial radio? It's because it's so stupid. When they play toes, it's they take out ass. So it's I got my toes in the water, toes in the sand. I'm like, you can say ass on the radio. And I don't know why they have the radio edit of toes. It's like
because the radio sucks, dude. The radio sucks.
It does.
Stupid.
You're not wrong there.
Having to put their thumb on the scale and protect the license, Travis. We got to protect the license, man.
Right.
That's my job. My job is to protect the license, man.
We can't say the word ass in a song.
It'll ruin the kids.
If they actually knew what most songs' lyrics were about, it's usually about banging somebody or whatever.
First it's ass, then it's the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Your kid didn't have any cavities last week, right?
No, but she's been so good. She's she turned 3 in December, and you take them for those first couple visits, and you're like, who knows, right? It's the weird sterile environment, the chair, they got the gloves on, all this stuff, and she did so great at the dentist the first couple times. Sat there, let him clean her teeth, all this stuff. This time, sometimes they hit that weird spot as a toddler where they get stranger danger again. And something happens, and it just was one of those mornings. She decided, nope, I'm not really about this. I don't want to sit in the chair. I don't want anything to do with this. So Dad had to hold her, and Ross. Can you hear me, Travis?
I can hear you. So I don't know where Ross disappeared to.
Ross out. I think the system wants me to co-host, and Ross just needs to move on, just sell houses. I'll do the show. I'll get up.
It's weird. It happened to me yesterday. Or the last 2 days when I was in Phoenix, I would just at this time of the day, I would cut out and he couldn't hear me. And we didn't know what was happening. And it was like, what's going on with that? So it was like, yeah. But
you travel a lot.
And I'm going back to Italy at the end of this month, at the end of February. So I'll be in again. Yeah. I go twice a year.
Twice a year to Italy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, and
that's how the high end people live.
Dude, I can tell you right now, I can do Italy for 9 or 10 days cheaper than I can do New York, Phoenix, LA, Orlando, any of that.
Really?
I mean, I can. I think my wife and I are going for 8 days for like $1,100 a person. That's with flight and hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have you travel agent a little bit because I think.
Yeah, I can. It's all about the days you leave. Don't leave on a Saturday or a Friday. Yeah. You leave on a Tuesday. You come back on a Thursday. It's all that. Earlier this week, the schedule for the Iowa Hawkeye football team was really. We knew who they were going to play. We knew the teams that were on the docket. We just didn't know the order would go in. And when you looked at that schedule, the start of the Big Ten season is rough. It's really, really rough.
I don't know if you could have I don't know if those 9 games could have come out because the first 3 were set, right? And now that Iowa State actually we have yet to see and will have yet to see all the way till August how far of a step back the Cyclones are going to take, but it's going to be a step back. I think at this point you can chalk that one up as like an expected win, whereas the last few years, I mean, we lost 3 of the last 4, and really I'd say for the past 5 or 6, you're looking at that Iowa State game is like, oh, I don't know. Now it feels like those first 3 are more like we could maybe tune up on all 3 of these, and they're going to need it because they open in the big house. Now, what is Michigan? Michigan might be the biggest question mark in the Big Ten, and that's with Campbell going to Penn State and taking half of the Iowa State roster. I think Michigan is the biggest question mark by far. Are they going to be an elite team where they're like a 10+ win team, or are they just like a 7-5 ball club? Unfortunately for us, Whittingham probably provides more stability there than we would have hoped with Sharon Moore banging his assistant. We're like, yes, that's going to be a win next year. They won't even be focused on football. He brings a couple players. He knows how to run a program, respectable guy. They're not they're not the Michigan that that I played a couple times. I don't.
They got a hell of a quarterback. I mean, their quarterbacks,
and a quarterback goes a long way. But I don't, they're not unbeatable. Michigan, big house. It's not Penn State. It's not the Horseshoe. You're not walking into like an environment that's going to absolutely win them the game no matter what. So I think that's a winnable game. Ohio State's a wagon at home next, like back to back. I guess the only thing at this point is like, hey, it's early in the season, so you probably aren't generally as banged up at this point as you might be.
Yeah.
If you're playing the luck game there. And then out to Washington is sort of that's a question mark too. Like first time out there, they're a good program.
They're good.
That's probably a tougher place to play if they got it rocking than the big house.
Have you ever been to Washington Stadium? It's incredible. It has this overhang to where the sound just stays in the stadium. It's picturesque. It looks over a lake. It's just like but it gets so loud in there.
I'm big on like your body has a rhythm to it. Your body has a clock. And I think that game time is going to matter for that Washington game. If it's an early kickoff, it has
the Hawks would prefer a afternoon kick though.
I would think so, that you get to get out there and have a day but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, you're not wrong. I think you look at the statistics. We've gone over that on our show a couple times where you look at the cross-country travel record and who had to travel and how often they won. It started bad. It was like when those teams came into the Big Ten and they were part of the schedule, it started out at like 2-14 was the record of the team that had to travel across country. Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one. You get a bye week after that, and then it's the Big Ten West.
Yeah.
Which is like very Big Ten West-ish right now. There's not really, Wisconsin's down. There's a question mark there. Northwestern's hired a couple new coaches. Purdue isn't really.
Chip Kelly will be an interesting dynamic with Northwestern. Thought that was an interesting hire.
Is Michigan State on the schedule this year? I felt like they weren't on. Okay, all right. I don't know why
28, I believe.
Okay.
Is when we get Michigan State, so that'll be a fun one, and that'll get by that time you'll have a decent idea of if Pat Fitzgerald's going to turn that place around or not. I think he probably will.
Yeah.
Be surprised if LeVar is still there at that point. He might be a head coach by then.
I don't know how good Nebraska is going to be, but I know that they're going to need that win against Iowa there's a very good chance that will
Nebraska
be their
fans should be concerned, and I think they all know that. I saw a lot of people online when their schedule came out that said, "Hey, everybody enjoy this basketball season."
Yes,
because football.
By the way, we'd be saying that if Iowa had that same schedule, we'd be saying the same thing, man.
Yes.
That is a nasty schedule.
Yes, Iowa wins more games against that schedule, though.
I wouldn't disagree with you on that, but it's not easy.
You're the Nebraska guy, Travis. What are they?
How are people reacting?
Is it TJ Lateef season over there? Is that the play?
No, they brought in that the UNLV quarterback, right? So
he threw for a bunch of yards.
Yeah, so they brought him in, and they think that's going to be better for Dana Holgerson's offense. But at the end of the day, it's starting to fracture right now, much like it did for Mike Riley, much like it did for Scott Frost. You're seeing the fan base going, "Hey, this experiment ain't working."
Did they get any help? Yeah, this experiment. Did they get any help on the lines through the portal?
Yeah, a little bit, but a lot of people think when Matt Rule, signed his contract extension and said, "Hey, resources aren't a problem here." They thought they'd spend a lot more money, and people are like, "This is the best we could do in the portal." But again, you can. The portal is always hard to judge, right? Because you think guys are going to be producers, and you just don't know.
Right.
You went into a portal for a reason. It could be money, or you weren't getting enough playing time. Well, why weren't you getting enough playing time? Were you not good enough?
There's very few guys who enter the portal who are like, can't miss prospects. Like you said there, the portal signifies something at its baseline. It's like you are leaving somewhere for a reason.
Yeah.
Which is why I like Iowa's strategy. It's like you go the primary reason all those guys left is because they produced, a lot of them, They produced at a lower level, and now they have an opportunity to go play big time. Like maybe I can produce at a higher level. There's not necessarily the root problem there, or the root reason of why they're leaving isn't necessarily a negative. It's a potential positive. There's hope, right?
Where do you find the most value in the portal? Is it from Power 4 schools, or is it going to FCS and getting the North Dakota State kids? And so that's where the value's at, right?
Yeah, it's that All-American running back from South Dakota. It's like, man, I got under recruited because this in today's world, this might have been me, right? Like all the way down to a long snapper. I just had a long snapper actually that I work with, who goes to Adel or ADM, commit to Toledo, full ride to Toledo, and he had opportunities. South Dakota was where he was gonna end up. Late in the process, just last week, he committed to Toledo, and I'm like, dude, the MAC is a perfect spot. The MAC, even South Dakota, FCS, because you find a little playing time, you prove that you can do it at the college level. You put a couple years of a college. There's a time frame there. Biologically, it doesn't matter where you're at. A lot of things happen for a guy around 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of production or skill or ability to produce at a Division I level can change.
Develops in that time.
Yeah, there's some guys just weren't ready at 17, 18, and they didn't flash, and they weren't able to catch the eyes of D1. And then you get a couple guys who turn into freaks. Like,
we've had a lot of guys at Iowa that were that way.
Sure.
You can look at a series of running backs that were some of the best running backs at Iowa that
I'm still waiting for puberty, honestly. I would love
when I grow up,
when
man,
I finally
it's over for you fools.
When I'm 6'1", it's gonna be so sick. But yeah, so a lot of things happen there, and I don't think you find it in the Power 4 guys. So we brought in one Power 4 dude. It's the safety from Ohio State, and I think it's about the best situation you can get as far as a Power 4 guy coming over, because he was sitting behind the best player in the country at his position. He got buried on the depth chart. But you look at a guy, a legacy guy that we maybe had a chance at this portal. It didn't turn into anything, but Kyler Casper, right?
Yeah,
went to Oregon 4 years ago, dealt with injuries, got buried. He's on a depth chart of wide receivers at Oregon where you're like, well, that's the best wide receiver room in the country. Like one of them, right? Can't find the field. And now he goes to BYU, and sure, you're like, well, this kid's so athletic. Look at his film that he posted. You're like, but can he do anything? Right? He's got 1 year. He wasn't able to produce at Oregon. We get it, but like, I don't know. We're taking a chance. I'd rather bring in the safety who had 85 tackles and 4 sacks for JMU, a playoff team, who's going to like be an immediate impact player.
Yeah, I'm with you, because going back to the other Power 4 kids that go through the portal. Now, I get it. Like the Duke quarterback, I know why you want to go to Miami. Your chance of playing for a national title is probably a little bit higher. But for the most part, if you're leaving for money, and you're that good, why didn't the team you're playing for pony up and pay you the money that you think you're worth?
Right.
And so, I mean, this is where, Ross, you said it, the portal eventually is going to work itself out in the fact that people are going to figure out how to game this system and go, we know where the value is.
Several things in this conversation, I think Tyler is well aware of that. We don't think about when we have these portal conversations. A lot of these guys get in the portal to go find playing opportunities at a lower level. So when we hear the numbers of like, man, there's 10,000 guys in the portals and only 2,500 of them have signed back on Division I. Yeah. Yeah, because 7,500 of them couldn't compete and wanted playing time and didn't, or whatever. Were there a group of them that swung and missed? Absolutely. Are a lot of that 7,500 guys that just decided this is how you transfer now? They transferred.
Yeah, you get looped in. You're like, this has always been a thing. I had teammates 12 years ago who were like, man, it didn't work out. Yeah. I thought it was going to happen at this level. I got beat out by another guy in my class. There's no playing time down the road. I'm going to New Mexico State.
Another one I want to ask you about, Tyler, but I think involves this rare percentage of, we have these huge conversations about such a small percentage of the athletes. Deion Sanders announced that he's going to implement a new punishment schedule at Colorado. Miss a game or miss a practice, you're fined. Miss a meeting, you're fined. Show up late, you're fined. Some of them are like $2,500 fines for missing a meeting.
He readjusted his pay scale because I think he took a lot of shit. Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, God damn, my whole scholarship check.
Right, that's what I thought too.
Back when I played, I'd have to take a loan out.
Like, if you're going to do that for the guys that have the $1 million NIL stuff, I kind of get it, but that is totally not fair to the dude that gets in a moped, he gets caught in a traffic accident or something, or a stoplight on the way to practice.
If you're going to do that, which is a wild step to take in the first place, not surprising coming from Dion. You have to make it percentage based. You can't be flat fee.
What I said. Thank you.
It's got to be like 1% of your, 1% of your yearly contract if you miss whatever. So that like the guy, the long snapper gets hit with like somebody gets in a car accident and like the police and you can't get around and you're 3 minutes late to a meeting. You're like, Coach, I was late. I'm sorry. 2,500. You're like,
2,500.
I'm making 2,500 is how much I'm getting in NIL this year.
Coach, I pay you to be here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm not even on scholarship. I pay you, and I thought that was crazy as well. I didn't know he'd adjusted it.
But let me ask you this, Tyler, real quick, and that is because we were actually talking about you earlier in the week. Dion was one that just publicized this. I'm sure if you were late or missed a meeting and didn't have an excuse, there was punishment within the Iowa program, right?
Sure was, yeah.
What was it?
I found myself at the Ronald McDonald House doing some community service one year.
Wait, you didn't do that because you wanted to be a good person and help the Ronald McDonald House?
Fuck.
He said, fuck no. Jesus, close.
No, sorry for the listeners.
He's so much like me. It's unbelievable. You are a younger version of me.
He is. And I'm glad you answered it that way, because I think a lot of fans do this thing where they're like, well, our guys go spend time at the Ronald McDonald House. Look at how good of guys we recruit. It's like, yeah, he did that because he was late for a practice.
Never once have I claimed to be a good person. Dude, and I can look back on it now. With like real honesty. Like I'm still a selfish guy. Like and I can fall back on the fact that
that's great self-awareness, by the way.
It is. I love it, Tyler.
The walk-ons, I can fall back on like, hey, we've donated a lot of money to the kids' hospital, and every once in a while, I was totally fine and up for going to the hospital and like making a kid's day. There was also another element of me where I was like, they don't want the long snapper there. Like I know the reality.
That's a good self-awareness, man.
Let Josie go do it. They see his face through the window on the stadium, that kind of thing. But yeah, like so there was I had my first year starting in 2014 was a year. God, we could talk about it on the podcast when I have you guys on this off season. I was not
keep saying that. I'm not sure.
Let him tell the story. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have you on, Travis. We had Logan Jones on yesterday. You're not first in line.
Please don't forget. Please tell the story.
I'm going to tell the story.
Okay.
2014, I came in 2013, sat behind Casey Kreider, who is still playing football, by the way, still being paid to be a long snapper. I got about 4 months of mentorship from him, and then I was the only long snapper on the roster. So in the spring of 2014, they basically handed me the job. And at Iowa, there's a little bit of like hey, buddy, you need to earn it, right? And everybody knew that there was nobody else. I just stepped in. And being the future podcaster a decade down the road, I've always had a loud mouth. I talk my shit. I'm speaking up way too often. I could give you 10 examples. We've got plenty of Fridays on the show I can save them for. But I was like, people didn't necessarily like me. I didn't give off a great vibe. I wasn't the guy that everyone was like, yeah, Kluver, team guy. He's the one, right? And there were some other reasons for that too. Academically, I'm on record. I didn't go to class a lot in college. That was through my senior year, but eventually I figured out how to do it. I had not figured it out in 2014 yet. Okay. So I was having a couple problems academically. And then I also, during bowl prep of that Tennessee year that we got schmacked, it was a snowstorm during bowl prep in December. and my car slid off the road onto like a curb, and I had to get some help. Exactly the situation I was just talking about. I had to get somebody else to help me like push my car in the snow. It's like a 5:30 special teams meeting that night, and I show up at 5:45. I walk in, they're already talking about, punt for the next day. And Coach White at the time stops the meeting. I'm in the back row. As I sit down, I kind of sneak in the back. He's like, Kluber, where the fuck were you? Whole room turns and looks, and everybody knows who's not there. It's like one of those moments where you're just like, I was in a, sorry, coach. Sorry, coach.
You didn't say I slid off the road. Did you see the snow out there?
Doesn't matter. So we take care of it, whatever. I think we're past it. I get a text like the next Monday. Hey, so you missed a meeting last week. They don't forget, right? You missed a meeting last week. Here's your academic stuff that we've been going over. Like you're kind of riding the line here. Coach Ferentz has you on 10 hours community service over the next month. And so, yeah, my ass was at the Ronald McDonald House sweeping and taking out the garbage. I raked leaves in some backyard of somebody's house. Like it was, and the whole time I'm
yard
like,
work gets done by the athletic department.
This is bullshit. What am I doing? Like, it
what
was a turning point in my career.
What level donor do you have to be to have the long snapper rake your leaves?
It wasn't some. No, it wasn't.
They have a term for that type of labor, by the way.
It wasn't a personal residence. It was like the leaves of the property or something. We were doing like, I don't know. It was me, and it wasn't just me. I was there with like 6 of my teammates. There's always somebody that's doing something.
I love Clue. Those are great stories. Hi, Justin. We have a minute.
Hey, guys.
30 seconds. Good to see you, buddy. We love you.
Arm's still loose. Arm is still loose. I'm ready.
All right.
Did we screw up at all today?
Nope. I don't have any corrections on nose picking, polka, horse hotels. I don't have anything with that. So you guys are good.
Tyler, we're nose pickers. You pick your nose?
Yeah.
Everybody picks their
Everyone
nose.
does.
Yeah.
My daughter the other day, I'm picking her nose because it's just, I'm like, dude, you got it. Like, can you breathe? Let me get that out of there. She's like, I pick your nose. And I'm like, no, because I take care of it all. I was like, I'll take care of it all day so that you don't have to. Yeah, dude, you can't just let stuff build up in there. What are we talking about?
The snotty nose with the kids, the crusty nose. The
best is when they
thing.
sneeze in your mouth.
Oh.
That's happened to me. Like
on the baby, you got that little bubble sucker, It's like,
yeah.
It starts building up. Oh yeah. All right, Tyler. Thanks, buddy.
Look at
Appreciate
Justin's face. Justin, you'll know someday.
You'll know someday, Justin.
This is the best form of birth control, I think. It's just listening to you guys say
the best form
stories.
I think is the pill. But yeah, after that, it's probably.
Yes.
I think watch it. Megan will be pregnant here in about 3 months.
Shut up.
Woo! It's about that time. You're in prime baby making age right now.
Happy Friday!
Happy Friday. See everybody on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Still loose.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
New year, new lease on life, or on a new Nissan Kicks. Right now, we have a $299 per month lease on our 2026 Kicks SV. Also, take advantage of 0% financing on our 2026 Rogues and Muranos and our remaining 2025 Pathfinders. And we are thrilled to have the all-new 2026 Nissan Sentra on our lot. This sporty compact sedan is ready to carry you through the new year in style. For more information, stop into our showroom or visit us online at willisnissan.com.
Iowa Wolves basketball. Fast, loud, right on top of the action. Every play hits harder when you're in the building. Now it can hit even bigger. win cash in a VIP Timberwolves trip from the Iowa Lottery. Play Cash Frenzy for your chance to win instantly. Didn't win? Enter non-winning tickets into the VIP club for a shot at courtside seats with the Iowa Wolves or a Timberwolves getaway.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Missing a quality home-cooked meal? You know, the kind Mom used to make? Lucky for you, we found her recipe book. Welcome to the High Life. Welcome to the Champagne of Bars.
The following advertisement is for people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or a new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.